chosen ones, empaths, it's quite common for narcissists after the relationship's ended to bounce to several different suppliers, just keep bouncing from supply to supply to supply. But there's also another method that they use, and sometimes you might find a narcissist going on to marry and stuff, and this can be very confusing. And I had a subscriber request about this topic, and what you've got to understand is, right, the narcissist has probably already gone through the grieving period about you. If some time's passed, some months or years have passed, they've gone through the process of regretting what they've done, knowing they've made a mistake, and they've possibly even reached out with several hoovers across this period of time. And you might not have realized they were hoovers as such. You might not have realized they were hoovers. You might have just took them as communication. You didn't really realize that more or less these were a cry for help signals. And they deeply regretted what they'd done. Now, it's highly unlikely for a narcissist to be able to get back in touch with you properly without you bridging the gap, because they've burnt the bridge. So the only way possible for them back is if you bridge that gap. So if you allow them back in, you literally stretch from point A to point B and bridge that gap from the bridge they burned, and you allow them back in. That's the way that they get back in. The only way a narcissist gets back in is if we allow them to get back in. We fall for their manipulation again. We fall for their lies, and we let them back in, right? It's very rare for a narcissist, I believe, to totally declare their feelings, say they're sorry. They can do it, but I would believe it's lesser narcissists that will go with those coping mechanisms of declaring, trying to like re-love bomb you again in a way. But you've got to understand, as I said, they've gone through this process now. They've gone through the grieving period. They've gone through the feeling of absence without you. And they've had this supply here that they've monkey branched to. That's most likely a downgrade, most likely a dusty. But you'll find that they clutch to this person. They might even stay in a relationship longer than the time you was in a relationship with them for. And you can't understand it. But this is because it's desperation. It's desperation, and also they're still counting on you looking at their social media. And whoever else they know that's looking at their social media, other previous suppliers, etc., will be looking at their social media. So they're orientating themselves to the world as if the sun shines out of this new supplier's ass, when in reality, it's far from the truth. They actually are displeased with the new supply. The new supply and them are having problems. They're running into all sorts of issues. And they're getting married now to kind of plaster up the cracks of what's really happening in reality. They're just trying to plaster over the cracks, get married, have a celebration, make it seem like it's the best, all eyes are on them. They like it. There's all eyes on them. The new supply might be narcissistic as well. So you have to understand that when a narcissist goes on and marries, one, they're desperate, right? And they're clutching to this new supply, right? It's their last straw. Two, they're also trying to get revenge on you, right? They might have kept up to date and seen how your life's progressed. They might have seen you doing well for yourself. And they're competing with you secretly still. So they believe, hold on a minute, if they look at my social media, I'm going to show them I'm married. I'm going to show them I've had children. And narcissists can get into these relationships with suppliers that are purely based on the ex. And this is what actually takes place, is purely based on the ex these situationships as a means of revenge, basically, to get revenge. They want to hurt your feelings. They want you hurt. So don't believe this facade that they're painting. I don't care if they had, you know, some prince and princess wedding, horse and cart, you know, all the glitz and glamour. You know, they're just plastering over the cracks, man. They're not seeing eye to eye, these two individuals, you know? They're not seeing eye to eye, and the narcissist is still very accustomed to the supply that you used to offer. They know they've burnt the bridge. Sometimes they're very stubborn. They're not going to come back and declare their feelings of love. It's you know, it's plausible. That's how it rolls. They don't always come back and declare their feelings of love or whatever. Hoovers are oftentimes just temperament checkers, as I say, to check your temperament, to confuse you, to you know, when you receive a Hoover, it's such a weird feeling, you know, because there's been so much time in between, and this person tries to talk to you like everything's normal, and it's like, yo, like, and so I'm saying, unless you're very codependent and you just allow them back in your life, it's highly likely they won't ever be in your life ever again. If you have boundaries, if you think, nah, I can do better than that, if you know your worth, all of these things, keep them at bay. But, you know, does the new supply know that they married him out of desperation? In some aspects, yes. The new supply does realize that this narcissist married them out of desperation. They've heard the stories about you endless times. They've heard your name come onto their lips so many times, right? They know the whole story about how you was an abuser and you done this and you done that. And this new supply is trying to heal wounds, or try and, oh, I'm not like that, you know. They're being everything that you wasn't. Or, you know what I mean? They're trying to do everything that you didn't do, when really it's just a fantasy world of the narcissist making up lies about you as an abuser, right? So just understand that. Don't take it so serious. You see your ex-narcissist move on and get married, so be it, you know. Wish them good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look beneath the veil and you see that they're with a Dusty, and you know it's a Dusty, and like, you can just tell it's a downgrade, right? It's like, yo, go there, be there, do that. Like, I'm not bothered. I'm not phased. Don't let it phase you to that subscriber. If your ex has gone off with someone and married them, don't let it phase you, man. I'm telling you, they try and plaster over the cracks, and that's what they will do. They'll go to lengths and have children and stuff, bring children into the world to try and plaster over the cracks, to make the whole world seem like their life's moving on and whatever else. They're very quick to rush into things. Should have probably said that earlier, but narcissists are very quick to rush into marriage, rush into children. They are, you know, regular people rush as well, you know, but I'm saying narcissists do this. So there's nothing you need to worry about. You know, they've done this out of desperation. They're trying to get this revenge on you. Please stop looking. If you're looking at their social media, you need to stop. You have to stop. There's no doubt about it. You have to stop looking at the social media. It's for your own benefit. And I should probably do a whole video on that, you know. But just realize they're desperate. They want revenge. They're literally counting on the fact that you're looking. They're counting at the fact that you're looking at their social media, you know, or you're finding out from flying monkeys. You know, don't worry about it. If they've gone on and married, wish them the best of luck, because they're going to need it. I'm telling you, they ain't going far. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going far. But sometimes these miserable creatures, misery loves company, and they clutch to each other like there's no other hope for them left in the world. They've already lost you. They already lost a big blessing in their lives. Are they prepared to lose someone else? This is why they clutch to them. But not all narcissists do this, as I said in the beginning of the video. There's some narcissists that bounce from relationship to relationship to relationship. But this is an option that sometimes this does happen, where they marry, they clutch to someone, and they possibly even in a relationship longer than they was with you. But it's all about the impact you made during the time that you was with them that they can't get over. You know, you could have been with them for a few years and you made such an impact in their life that you're the one that they never get over. You hear this in celebrity stories and celebrity news about person that's not over their ex 10 years ago, and you hear these things, and this is what is happening with us. You know, they're not over us. They never will be over us. We was loving, we was kind, we was generous, we was loyal. They'll never get someone that offered them that and catered that supplier to them ever again. And your supply was unique. So it's certain, I can say to you 100% certain, they will never find a supply like yours again. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.